push through whatever anxieties that you have until it just becomes a non-issue. And maybe it sounds a little easier than it actually is, but it's doable, I feel.
Yeah. I like how you mentioned the act of physically pausing, right? Because I feel like so many times we find ourselves triggered and there's this automatic stress response and we're just going. We're going through the motions. We're not taking a second to breathe, to remind ourselves that it's okay to stop for a minute and to pause and to take that breath and reflect.
Yeah, you feel like you're under pressure a lot. It's important to just take a second for yourself. You know, we go to work or or with our families or whatever it is we're doing, we're always under some kind of pressure. But I mean, even though it might seem like it's from outward sources, it's self-imposed. No one's out there telling you that you need to feel anxious about anything, you know. It's your choice, right? Think about it, for instance, when you stopped caring about something, whether it was like an ex partner or whatever, and you just threw your hands up and you're like, I'm done. I don't care anymore. Think of how fucking freeing that shit was. You just have to like treat your anxiety like that. Like, I'm done feeling anxious all the time. This shit sucks. So guess what? Just stop. You're not obligated to feel that way. No one's putting a gun to your head telling you that you have to feel bad.
Like making a conscious choice to own your emotions, to be in control of your emotions. So in that moment of pause, what would someone's self-talk look like if they're trying to calm themselves down? They're in a situation that is regularly anxiety inducing. They've taken a moment to pause, they're taking a breath. What kind of thoughts might help them to calm
down? Let it go, you know, take the burden off your shoulders. You're not obligated to feel that way. Just ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? I don't have to. I don't have to do shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Sometimes people want to tell you that. You got to do something. Whoa, I don't got to do anything. Right? So just treat it like that. Like you said, take control of your emotions, man. Like, that's really what it means. There's a level inside you that can see all the things that you're doing. You just gotta rise to it, I guess.
I like that. So I am calm, in control of my emotions. What is stressing me out right now?
Right, instead of being at the mercy of whatever circumstance you're in, like you're floating in the ocean with nothing to hold on to, but you're your own buoy, you know. Mm-hmm. You can swim. Just start flapping your arms and keep your head above water and you'll be fine.
I like that. To give ourselves the chance to do that, to swim.
Yeah, swim. Yeah. Don't panic. Anxiety is panic. There's no reason to panic, you know? You're not in the ocean. You're firmly on the ground. Don't panic. Take a breath. Everything's going to be fine.
But the ocean, is that like a metaphor for that situation in the past that happened that is no longer a part of your present reality, or?
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it as like that's how we all live. We live in a sea of our emotions. It colors everything that we do, you know, and you're out there floating and the waves are hitting you, but you can choose a direction and you can choose how those things affect you, kind of. You know, just, you can't, like I said, be at the mercy of everything around you. You got to have some determination to be able to control your own emotional destiny.
Right, like we can be writers of our own stories, and so many times we have to remind ourselves of that. Like if you're living your life and feeling like other people are controlling your life, other people are controlling the decisions that you make, you're right because you're allowing it to happen. At the same time, if you think, oh, I'm in control of my emotions, I'm in control of my own path, you're also right because you can allow that to happen. Um,
Right.
you mentioned earlier around dealing with anxiety and a person changing their habits.
I was just referring to being anxious as a habit. You live like anyone who's dealt with anxiety knows that that's how you live your daily life. That's why it's so much of a problem. You know, it's not just something that happens every now and again. You wake up and when you wake up to face your day, you're already feeling anxious if that's the issue that you're dealing with. So, I mean, you just have to change your habits, man. Like you said, address your fear. Why are you feeling anxious? Is it because your job sucks? You hate your boss? You know, every day is dreadful because you hate going to work. I mean, there are other jobs. It might not be your dream job. You can always like find something in the meantime. At least you're not waking up dreading your life every day or whatever it is. There's something that's causing you this anxiety. Maybe it's time to just cut it out.
Mm.
Unless you want to like play a victim your whole life. It's better to change your situation than try to change, who you are. Maybe just be honest with yourself about what you want, how you want to live your life every day. If you want to wake up with a calm attitude and to be calm, then you need to surround yourself with things that are going to make you that way. That might not be the easiest thing in the world to do, but it's important if you want to be free of those bad feelings. So I think society kind of makes us used to feeling bad. Like we said before, it becomes normal. That's just a bad habit of feeling bad.
Mm.
So change your habits. Like if you wake up and you smoke a cigarette first thing in the morning, maybe don't wake up and smoke a cigarette first thing in the morning. Maybe, eat some food first or take a shit first or whatever you need to do first. Small changes help. The monotony is what's keeping you where you are, maybe.
Unwillingness to step outside of the comfort zone and implement small changes that are maybe a little more palatable at first to help you feel
Small
better.
changes, maybe do something for yourself. Maybe you're not doing enough for yourself. Little things for yourself are okay. You don't have to feel bad about being content.
A lot of people that I talk with on occasion, that's something that they mention that they have a hard time doing anything for themselves, that there's no time or they're not sure what that would look like. Do you have some suggestions for someone that doesn't know how to make time for themselves?
Maybe just start with something to relax you where you're not distracted by anything or anyone else. A moment of silence or a moment of peace and quiet or something along those lines, just to be able to take that breath, especially if you're like a parent or someone who's very involved with their job or something. Even if you don't know what to do for yourself, you could at least take a minute to just take a breath, gather your thoughts, not be bombarded with social media ideas or any outside influence for a second. Because you might not even know what kind of things that would make you happy. If you're not used to dealing with making yourself happy, you might not even know where to begin. Yeah.
I like that. To stop and take a minute and spend some time with yourself, even if it's just a minute.
Yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know yourself, man. I mean, how could you know what you want if you don't